Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and respecting remembering our Bhanteji, Bada Bhante, and Kasao Bhanteji, and dear venerable monks here, Samnera and Anagarika, and all the dear Upasaka and Upasika. Thank you, Dhammadatta Bhanteji, for guiding and giving Sila and guiding meditations. So this all the process of cleaning our life, cleaning our unwholesome actions. So now it is time to discuss about the Dhamma, which led our wisdom to increase. Discussions of the Dhamma is always leading us to progress on the path of wisdom, which is the ultimate in Buddhism. No wisdom, no understanding. So whatever we have done now, whether puja, doing meditations, these all are the process of cleaning our unwholesome actions, which brings about wisdom development. So that's why, dear Upasaka, today, once again, having this very good opportunity, we will discuss today about the laziness and then how to be active. How this lazy leads a person to the downwards. How if a person have this lazy, how he cannot be progress in spiritual life. Not just on the spiritual life, but also outside world, he cannot be developed. He cannot earn money. He cannot live in a good house. He cannot lead a very good family life when a person is lazy. So today, the Buddha have pronounced 1-2 Gatha from Dhammapada. The Buddha says that Subhanupasing viharantang indriyesu asangvutang bhojanam hi chamattanyo kusitang hina viriyam tangve pasahati maro vatu rukham vadubbalam, which means tangve pasahati maro, the Mara, the evil one. Here Mara means not the bodily or physical level. Here Mara in the sense defilements, because there are 5 kinds of Mara: Devuputta Mara, Machu Mara, Kamma Mara, Khanda Mara, Kilesa Mara. But here I am speaking about the Kilesa Mara. Kilesa means defilements, which always big clouds defile our mind. Does not let our mind to do meritorious actions, wholesome actions. So this Mara, what he does, the person who is weak, like a storm or very high wind, they can uproot the trees, the weak trees. So also the Mara, the defilements, he also can uproot our life. He can destroy our life. Who does not have a control in his sense, who does not have control in food, who always pursued after the beautiness, who is always lazy, and who is not effortful, he does not do any hard work to progress in life. To them, it is very easy for the Mara to uproot. And for them, it is very easy to go down also. So in this way, the Buddha pronounced this very high level, very good gatha in front of the multitude of bhikkhus, upasaka and upasika. So this gatha was told to very great monk Mahakala. There were three brothers actually. So now we will discuss how two brothers Mahakala and Chulakala. Mahakala and Chulakala, they were two brothers actually, residing in Setavia in Sinsapa city nearby Savatthi. So happened to be they were merchant. They used to travel to the abroad city to collect all kinds of material to sell to other state like that. They used to travel. One day it happened to that Mahakala and Chulakala came near to the city of Savatthi where the Buddha was staying. At that time, what happened? They were having a lots of 500 cartwoods of cows and so many other servants with them. So they came in one place. So they started to rest there. As they were resting, at that time, so many people came having candle, flowers, and then fruits. So they were going to meet with the Buddha and to listen to the Dhamma. So all they were coming. So seeing this, Mahakala, he was astonished. So he was very eager to know the answer where they were going. So this Mahakala, he asked one of the upasaka, where are you going? Taking all these incense sticks, candles, flower, fruits. Then those upasaka told Mahakala that we were going to meet with the Buddha and to listen to the Dhamma. And we are going there to develop our mind, to reduce our greed and hatred and delusion like that. The upasaka informed the Mahakala. Mahakala was very eager now to listen to the Buddha also. So he also accompanied all those upasaka without informing his younger brother Chulakala. So after going there, he sat in one corner seat to listen to the Buddha. Buddha was aware at the time that Mahakala came, and the Buddha know his mental power. If the Buddha teaches the Dhamma step by step, he will surely come to the Buddha Sasana and he will surely become an Arahant, a very great Arahant. The Buddha knows in advance already this. So accordingly, after arrival of that Mahakala, the Buddha started to give the Dhamma talk based on Anupubbi Katha, step by step, like Dana Katha, Sila Katha, like that. The discourse on Dana, discourse on Sila, like that, the Buddha started to give. As Mahakala was listening to the discourse, the spirituality within him was arising, slowly arising, the saddha arising, samadhi arising, wisdom arising within him. Because from many past life, the Mahakala was perfecting the perfections of becoming Arahant, a very great Arahant. So the Buddhas also know how to give the Dhamma. So as he was hearing this, all the spirituality was coming within him. So after the discourse, of course, he did not become the Arahant at that moment. He was wishing to become a monk. So when all the upasaka, they left the temple, Mahakala, he came and requested the Buddha that I want to become a monk. But there is a system in Theravada Buddhism. If anybody wants to become a monk, they should get a permission, at least from the parents, or if there is no parents, at least those who are brother, sister. So they have to take the permission first from them. Then only they are allowed to become a monk. Otherwise, not allowed. So it was after 10, 15 years after the Buddha get enlightenment. So when when the Buddha asked, have you got any permission from your parents? Then Mahakala said, no, I don't have my parents. I have only two brothers, Majjhima Kala and Chula Kala. Then Buddha told them, now go and take permission from your brother. Then I will let you to become a monk. Then Mahakala left after doing salutation to the Buddha 3 times. Then he asked the permission from the brothers, Chula Kala. Chula Kala was not giving permission to him to become a monk. I cannot give you permission, therefore, brothers. If you go and become a monk, I cannot take this responsibility of business. It will be very difficult for me to look after all the servants and all the cattle here and there. Very big business they were having at that time. But Mahakala was very adamant in his request. He asked again and again to give permissions. Later on, the Chulakala somehow gave permission to Mahakala to become a monk. Okay, now you go and become a monk. But Chulakala was very, he was not too much intelligent. So he also, if my brothers become a monk, why should I stay as a layman? I also will become a monk. But his intention was, I will retrieve my brothers back to the home life. So Chulakala also became monk with Mahakala. So it so happened. Out of these two, there is very opposite qualities. Both the Mahakala and Chulakala doesn't have the same qualities. Mahakala, on the other hand, he was very active. He has taken, when he became a monk, he directly go to the Buddha and ask, how many yokes in Buddhism? The Buddha tells there is 2 yokes. One is study, and another one is meditations. Okay, however, the Mahakala, he happened to become a monk at the old age, so he has to practice meditations. So he went to the Buddha and take the meditation topic on Sosanika Dutanga. This meditation is very, one of the very higher level practice based on go to the cemetery and do meditation at night, and they have to come when nobody wake up. So before sunrise they have to come. So like the such practice is there. So this in 13 Dutangas there is one topic on meditation, that is Sosanika Dutanga. Mahakala, he happened to take that topic, to go to the cemetery and do meditation in front of the dead bodies. So this is not, this meditation is actually based on Asubha Bhavana, knowing the reality of our body, knowing the reality of our life. Based on that, Mahakala was doing. So it so happened, Mahakala, he was very active, and in very short time, he became an arahant with a very supernormal power. He can understand the Dhamma very deeply. He has the power to go and fly. All these qualities he has attained with the arahant level, which is called Patisambhida Jnana Arahant. So in other hand, Chulakala, he was not active. Okay, he became a monk, but he was all the time thinking about his family. I was like that. I was like this when I was a layman. I used to go here and there, but now I'm not allowed to go here and there, just sit in one place and do meditation. I cannot do that like that. The Chulakala was keep on complaining. So one day, Buddha was also coming to that Setavya forest. Then the farmer wives of Chulakala and all the wives of Mahakala, they heard that the Buddha is coming. Then Chulakala's wife invited the Buddha to her home for the Sangadana program next day. So there was custom at that time before before the Buddha goes to the house, the relatives of anybody of whom they know, the first they go and arrange all the seats, how to arrange the seats to the Buddha and how to arrange for the disciple, like for Sariputta, Moggallana, Arhat, like that, how to arrange all those things. Somebody goes in advance. So Chulakala went there first. So what happened? When Chulakala came, their farmer wives, he knows that Chulakala is very not clever. He just wanted to spend home life. He is not actually active in spiritual life. So their wife directly told him, don't waste your time, just remove your cloth and become a layman. So Chulakala directly became a layman and became a layman, and he went to the Buddha to invite. Normally what happened when a person become a monk for whole life, they feel shy when they become a layman. But here for the Chulakala, because he became a monk for a temporary, so he doesn't have any shy. So he just directly went to the Buddha and invited for lunch. And when the Buddha came and gave discourse, and so, same thing happened with the Mahakala also. Next day, the Mahakala's wife also invited the Buddha and the Mahakala Bante. But what happened? Their wife also thinking that, oh, I will also let our Mahakala to disrobe. But Mahakala is already a very great person, very great monk. He has already gained lots of power, and he has already cut off attachment, greed, hatred, delusion. All this he has already cut off. How could he how could he disrobe? He cannot be done that. But their wife was thinking to disrobe him. When Mahakala came, they also tried to seduce him and tried to forcibly take the cloth. But before that, Mahakala was aware about their intentions. Mahakala have a 8 wife. At that time, in the Buddha's time, Chulakala was having 2 wives, and Majjhima Kala was having 4 wives, and then Mahakala had 8 wives. These 8 wives surrounded him, to the Mahakala. Mahakala now know their intention. Then he flew up and went and fall at the feet of the Buddha. So like that it happened. So in this story, in this Gatha, what Buddha says, Subhanupasing viharantam indriyesu asangutam. Subhanupasing viharantam means one who loves to spend the time in beauty and pursuing after the beauty. Let us take about our body. We don't understand the reality of the body. We just run after the beauty of our eyes, beauty of our lips, beauty of our hair, beauty of our neck, beauty of our legs. All these we are just running. Of course, we have to keep this clean. It doesn't mean that you have to stay always dirty. No. Know the reality the Buddha was supposed to tell. Know the reality of your body. What is actually there? But one who run after all this, just about the beautiness, I have to take care of this, I have to take care of that, I have to take care of my hair, all this. Then if such kind of mentality is there, this is the way of downfall. Subhanupasang viharantam. Indriyesu asangutam. One who does not control his senses, eye, ear, nose, mouth, body, and mind. One who does not control all these, indriyesu asangvutam, bhojanam hi chamattanyo. Yes, the real matter come here. Who does not have any control in food, chamattanyo, kusita hina viriyam, and one who is very lazy and shows anger, it's such type of is there, it's such type of mentality is there, they are the reason for the downfall. And for them, it is very easy for the Mara to kick them out. Huh? Because they don't have any control in food, any control in senses, any control in this body. Of course, very easy for the Mara to kick them out. And it is very easy for us to go down also. In our life as well as our after death, what will happen? So in the Parabhava Sutta also, one Gatha, the Buddha says, the reason of the downfall of a person, Nidda Sili, Sabha Sili, Anuthata Chayonaro, Alaso Koda Panyano, Tang Parabhahotu Mukham. Nidda Sili means the fawn of sleep. He loves to sleep. Actually, sleeping is good for our health, but not oversleeping. The Buddha is supposed to tell here. We should sleep at 6 hours, 7 hours, or minimum 8 hours. Not more than that. You love to spend whole time just sleeping, morning time sleeping, evening time sleeping. What will happen to you? First of all, your body will be deteriorated. Your body will start to decay, and you will start to get lots of so many kinds of disease. Sleeping too much. Nidasili, Sabhasili. There is one more word, Sabhasili. A person loves to spend always in the society. He don't want to spend his time alone. He just morning wake up and go and meet with his friends and just spend his time talking, gossiping, whatever comes in his mouth. Doesn't have any control in his mouth. He don't spend time alone to control his mind. Let us sit in meditation. Let us do puja for a while to give food to the mind. He does not do that. So Nidda Sili, Sabha Sili. So two words came. Anuthata Chayonaro. Anuthata means he is not effortful. He does not do any effort. The Buddha, of course, here telling the Upasaka to be very active. There is 4 happiness in layman's life. Ati Sukha, Bhoga Sukha, Anana Sukha, Anavajja Sukha. This is not just only this, to be always in the spiritually. You should have the happiness of 4 kinds. What happiness? Ati Sukha, happiness of ownership. Bhoga Sukha, happiness of wealth. And Anana Sukha, happiness of you are not having any debt. And last one, Anavajja Sukha, happiness of blamelessness. And what is happiness of Ati Sukha? You should have something that by thinking that you get a happiness. And what is that? You should have car, you should have wealth, you should have house. Because by thinking this, you get happiness. Right? And then Bhoga Sukha. You should have wealth. Wealth means not just in the money level. Family wealth, friendship wealth, all these are come under the wealth. You should all this have wealth. Not by deceiving, not by procuring, by killing other living beings, not like that. So such kinds of happiness you should have. And the third one is Anana Sukha. You should have the happiness that I am not in the debt, I am not in the loan. For example, if anybody take the loan, you are not happy actually. You just always have to think that I have a so and so loan. I have taken that much of loan from the government, from my friend. And actually you just, when you have taken the land or debt from others, you have to hide your face also sometime. And if you take too much debt or loan from your friends, suddenly sometime it can lead you to the enmity also. Your friend also can become enemy. Your mothers can become enemy. Your brothers can become enemy when you take too much loan. Self-respect is needed. Not to take the loan, not to take too much debt from others is a kind of self-respect. When you have the self-respect, then only happiness come. So last one is the anavajja sukha. This is the blamelessness, happiness. Okay, other three, this is happiness in this life. But blamelessness, when you become old, what will happen to you? There will be a thought come, regrets come that I have not done this. I have not inherited the wealth for my children. I have not teach my sons to come in a proper way. They are now destroying their life by just going gambling here and there like that. And I have not looked after my wife, children like that. And I have not grown spiritually as well. Such kinds of thoughts will come when you become old. These should not happen, the Buddha was telling to the Upasaka. When you become old, blamelessness happiness should be there. Oh, I have done this, I have done punya, I have looked after my brothers, sisters, children, wife, and they all are now settled. Happiness should be there. So these all the real happiness for the Upasaka level. So like that, you should, I'm telling this to be Nidasili, Sabasili, Anuthata. You should be always wakeful, active. There are so many people now outside. What is this meditations? Always have to sit slowly or always have to sleep, close our eyes very slowly. Is this not a way of lazy persons? No, actually it is the way to be active, to be mindful what you are doing. Anuthata, chayonaru. That's why the Buddha was telling to be wakeful, to be mindful, to be active. Allaso koda panyano. And one who always do lazy and shows anger, manifest anger, such type of the person, the reason for them is the reason for them to go to the down. Of course, in this life also, after that, who know what will happen? Surely they will have to suffer. They will have to go through all kinds of suffering, worry, unsatisfactoriness. So these all the things the Buddha was supposed to tell. The Buddha was telling. So first Gatha, if they don't control in the sense, they don't control in manifest anger, the Mara is easy for them to kick out. And the next Gatha, Asubhanupasing Viharantang, Indriyesu Susangvutang, Bojanam hi chamattanyo, Saddang arada viriyang, Tangwe nappasahati maro, Vatu selang wapabbatang. In this Gatha, in a very passive way, and positive way, the Buddha was telling that if a person practice Aswa Bhavana, the meditations on the body, the reality of the body, and he control his senses, control his eyes, control his ear, control his tongue, control his body. Indriyesu asama bhojanam hicha, and he control over the food. He does not take too much, he does not take too less, in a very moderate way. Seeking, receiving, and using. You should use these three words for the food. When you search for the food, after searching, you should know how much to receive. And after receiving, you should know how to use it. So these are the way to moderate ourselves. So the wise person, they moderate themselves in this food, in this way. And they have very saddha, they have very huge saddha in the Buddha, the saddhang arada viryam, which means they have full faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. They have full faith in Kamma and Vipaka. That's why they do effort for the development of their mind, arada viryam. Tangwe napa sahate maro watu selang wapabada. To them, Mara cannot uproot. To them, Mara cannot defeat. How? Like a wind, like a storm, they cannot shake the big mountain. So also, the Mara cannot defeat such person who are control in food, control in the senses, control in their body, control in sila, control in vacha, mentally, verbally, action level. Those who are controlled, Mara never cannot defeat. And they are supposed to grow up, not downward. They are surely going to develop spiritually, mentally, and outside what in your family life also you will develop, family life or financial level, everything you will be developed because your mind is controlled. So like that, the Buddha was giving discourse to all the multitude, and there were so many upasaka and upasika and monk. After hearing this discourse, they became really transformed in the Dhamma. Some of them became Sotapanna, some of them became Arahant, and some of them became Anagami, so spiritually transformed. And of course, we have to practice again and again to transform ourselves. We have to do meditation again and again, to do puja again and again. This is the way to clean our saddha, to increase our saddha. So like that, telling this Dhamma talk today, I conclude here. And dear all the upasaka and upasika who participated here, may they all enjoy these merits, all of you. So with this, I conclude here. May you all be happy and well and progress on the path of Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.